Hello. In today's webcast, we're going to take a look at this website, betterlesson.com. There are several ways that you can access this. You could sign up if you like and have an account. It's a handy thing to have because it can save lessons and you could easily go back to them. However, today we're just going to take a look and we're going to browse 10,000 plus Common Core lessons. They have Common Core lessons for math, ELA, and a little bit of science. And who are the authors of these Common Core lessons? They're master teachers. So let's take a look. We're going to press this button right here. As you can see up here on the top, we have a couple of ways we can look at things. We can look at Common Core Math. We can go to the Common Core ELA or some general science. Not too bad. So we can browse by standards. We can browse by master teacher or community lesson. For right now, let's browse by standards. It's further broken up by grade level, so kindergarten through high school. I want to take a look at high school geometry today, so we're going to find that over here. And then within the standards, I have a couple of choices. Which strand do I want to take a look at? Right now, let's look at congruence. Once congruence comes up, you can see the different standards on the side, on the left-hand side, and it continues for the rest of the page. And you find the standard that you want to look at. Also take a note here on the right-hand side, the different amount of lessons, and there are a lot of rich amount of lessons here. Also, you can see that they're continually being added. So 2 new is here, 2 new is here. And there's a lot, 55 lessons to choose from. So it's a richness here that we have. Let's take a look at the first standard. What you see here is then there's 40 lessons within this standard, and you can just look and see what the overview is for each one. Also, take a note on the right-hand side, you can see the master teacher who has designed them. So if you start using this site a lot and you happen to like the lessons that these master teachers have written, you can go back and you can follow those master teachers. Let's see, what shall we find today? How about we do submarine smartphone? Sounds interesting. We're going to click that on. This actually addresses a few standards. How nice is that? Also, take a note of this, Facebookers, etc. You can like this lesson if you like it. Okay, so it tells us how long it's going to take, the different standards that is touching on, and the different subject matter, okay? First one, you have the lesson opener. How convenient on the right-hand side, resources, we can expand the content. It gives us everything, and it's very handy to have. For example, after I have the instructions on what is the lesson opener, I have the utility on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click on here, the submarine smartphone slideshow. Let's see what that's like. Okay, it gives us a really good overview. It even gives us a time limit. So actually, this is something that you can use in your classroom right away. Not too bad. If we go back to the overall lesson, we can see that there is other supports here. What is a line? And it gives us a timing, 10 minutes. Okay, and we have our interactive video here. Modeling, 25 minutes. All the resources that we need, 6 is in here. Extensions, what is an intersection? 10-minute activity with the resources here. And here, lesson close and homework, 4 minutes. Everything is nice and tight and put together. This one, however, does not have any feedback, but if you like to when you join an account, you can leave some feedback. I think you can see, as I'm walking you through here, what a rich resource this is. And of course, it's not that you have to follow this lesson from 1 minute to the next minute, but as I always like to say, if you go into some of these websites and you're looking for ideas in the Common Core strand, you can use this to maybe spur some of your own ideas. And of course, it's always handy to have some resources available for you. So that's a general overview of how you get there. So the first thing is we go to betterlesson.com, sign up or browse, and then go on the top here if you're looking for Common Core Math or ELA or General Science. You can also, as I said earlier, look at it under the Master Teacher, but we looked at it at Browse Standards. And you can browse through grade level, and then you can see the different standards. And within those standards, you will see the amount of lessons. Very handy, neat stuff. I hope this helps you, and have fun.